What's up YouTube fragrance family and friends, Tommy with Studio Sense here, and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about a very small haul for fall. Now originally when I filmed this, I edited and uploaded it. There was something wrong with the video. I don't exactly know what happened. Anyway, long story short, I'm shooting the beginning of this video over again, so you'll have to look over any inconsistencies. I apologize for that. The video remains the same. We're talking about 4 fragrances today in the hopes that it's going to add a little bit of variation in your fall fragrance rotation. So when we come back, we're going to take a look at these 4 fragrances for fall. I'm going to do an unboxing, give you my first impressions, that and more, so stay tuned. Welcome back everyone, and thanks again so much for your patience regarding the technical difficulties that I've been having with this video. We're finally getting it out there, and I actually did lose something else, not just some video and audio, but the very first fragrance that I'm going to feature, the box is missing. Now the first time I filmed this, I took the cellophane off, I unboxed it, I talked a little bit about the box, and somehow the box just literally disappeared. And I keep all my boxes, so that's really strange. But at any rate, the very first fragrance that we're going to be talking about is an Azzaro fragrance from the Pour Homme line of fragrances, Azzaro Silver Black Pour Homme. Now, if you know anything about the Pour Homme line of fragrances, the original Azzaro Pour Homme Intense, the very popular fragrance, this is a very traditional, kind of mature man, slightly barbershop fougere kind of fragrance. What Silver Black is very similar to Azzaro Pour Homme Noir. The box itself is silver with black lining. The front of the box has a black square with Silver Black in silver writing. The fact that I don't have the box right now, you're not really missing anything. The fragrance itself, however, is all black. When it was originally released, it had a silver stripe here, and it said Azzaro, it said Silver Black on the stripe. They've remanufactured it just all black, and it says Azzaro Pour Homme on the bottom. Of course, on the very bottom is the name of the fragrance. It is a eau de toilette concentration 100 ml bottle. Juniper, bergamot, green apple, patchouli, vetiver, and ambroxan comprise the entire formula for Azzaro Silver Black. So the Azzaro Pour Homme Silver Black atomizer is silver. There's nothing special about it. Let's go ahead and test out that juice. Pumps a decent spray. All of the Azzaro Pour Homme fragrances are midline fragrances, so they're pretty decent. And in terms of price, you can get it at a really good price. Very inexpensive. Very nice. So if you like any of the Azzaro Pour Homme fragrances, the OG, specifically the Azzaro Pour Homme Intense, which is the boozy version of the original formula, and then of course the 5 Azzaro Pour Homme sensual blends, which among them have some really solid fragrances for designer fragrances, especially for cooler weather too, then you'll really like Silver Black. Silver Black is somewhere between the original Azzaro Pour Homme and Noir. Definitely that aromatic fougere. It's got that barbershop style to it, but not quite as, so while it's mature, it might even appeal to a younger audience, owing to primarily the ambroxan in the base, a little bit of green apple to give it some tartness. It's not really detectable, but it does contribute to the overall formula. Going to be great for fall weather, especially if you're wanting to get a fragrance on the cheap. Azzaro Pour Homme Silver Black. The next fragrance we're going to feature in this small fall haul is a fragrance from the house of Penguin. Now Penguin produces some really inexpensive fragrances, but among them they have some really solid ones. The one we're going to take a look at in this haul is Original Penguin. On the back of the box in gold or brass colored lettering, it says Original Penguin may have made its mark in the 1950s, but it continues to live on today. This fresh, contemporary oriental fragrance is the perfect blend of heritage, wit, and innovation. We'll be the judge of that. And on the very bottom, you've got your stickers, your UPC, and the ingredients listing. There's kind of a pattern or design on the side, if you can see that. And then you've got your Penguin and Original Penguin by Munsingwear, and it is an eau de toilette concentration 100 ml bottle, kind of blue on the inside. The one that I have called Penguin Rocks, which is the green bottle, it's exact same bottle, but it's magnetic, and this one is not magnetic. Maybe the older ones are magnetic and the newer ones aren't. This is an oriental fragrance, as the box suggests. It opens with neroli, red apple, you've got lavender, some black pepper, and fir in the heart, and then you've got patchouli, musk, and vanilla in the base. So let's check out this scent. The atomizers are just okay. They spit a decent amount of juice. Very nice. For a cheap fragrance, this is one of those crowd pleasers. The combination of musk, patchouli, and vanilla and red apple in here is very reminiscent to how the fragrance notes work out in Zadig and Voltaire's This Is Love for Him. This one is quite a bit more harsh and slightly more synthetic. There's nothing wrong with synthetic, but when synthetic starts smelling like fake and chemically, that's when I don't like it. This is definitely something that you can get on the cheap, very inexpensive. It's got kind of a mature feel about it. If you do like Zadig and Voltaire's This Is Love for Him, you would probably like this. It's not bad for a cheap fragrance. Original Penguin by Munsingwear, you can probably get it at a rack store for less than 20 bucks and definitely online for less than 20 bucks. Alright guys, moving on to our next fragrance in this small fall haul is a fragrance from a fragrance house in Paris called Geparlys. Now, Geparlys, I've featured several of their fragrances on my channel before, most notably one called Yes, I Am the King Lion, Yes, I Am the King Lion, Yes, I Am the Star, among others. This one is Yes, I Am the King. So I'm very curious about this one. So let's go ahead and check out that presentation. They went to the trouble of putting a actual seal so that you know you've got a certified Geparlys product. On the very back, you've got some manufacturing information as well as the ingredients. On the very bottom, you've got an ingredients listing, a more thorough ingredients listing, the stickers and the UPC and the batch code. Front of the box has the Geparlys Lion, Yes, I Am the King, Paris. It's eau de toilette concentration and a 100 ml bottle. Just a really well-made fragrance line for really inexpensive. Most of these guys, heavy bottles, you know, you've got the nice seal there. And of course, they do have the magnetic lid. On the very top of the atomizer pump is the Geparlys, the G for Geparlys, which is really nice. You've got your seal in the center of the bottle. The bottle also features a nice gradient from dark blue to clear near the bottom. And you've got Yes, I Am the King. Sounds like a fruit cornucopia. You've got bergamot, which is basically lemon and lime, right? Citrus, bergamot, orange, apple, grapefruit. You got elemi resin, lavender, geranium in the heart, ambergris or ambroxan. You got patchouli and vetiver in the base. Again, guys, this is going to be under 30 bucks that you can pick this up. The atomizer is relatively cheap feeling, but it does spit a decent amount of juice out. So absolutely, without doubt, I could even smell it before I smelled the tester strip. Geparlys, Yes, I Am the King is a reference to Dior Sauvage. I wouldn't even say it's inspired by it. It really smells like Dior Sauvage, but it's actually a really good clone. There's nothing not to like about the presentation. You've got a magnetic cap. You've got an awesome logo symbol to the front. Yes, I Am the King is a really cool name. The gradient is cool. The bottle's heavy. It's got that nice traditional square kind of glass flaken look about it. So if you're looking for a really good clone of Dior Sauvage that's got some nice traits, a really good presentation, Geparlys Yes, I Am the King is the way to go. All right, we're on our last fragrance in this very small fall haul. I think it's going to be a winner as well, though. It is a Givenchy fragrance, a little bit older. I think it was made in 1995 is when it was launched. It is Rouge. Let's go ahead and bust into the cellophane and check out that presentation. The lettering is white. You've got the Givenchy logo there. It says Givenchy Paris. This is an eau de toilette concentration. It is a 100 ml bottle. You've got kind of a nice gold and black trim on both sides, although there's nothing there. On the very back is the ingredients listing, and on the very bottom, you've got a sticker and UPC. So this is the classic bottle style of the Givenchy, like Givenchy Gentleman, Givenchy Gentleman only. Same bottle style, except extremely red. Now this one's got some odd notes in it. It opens with tarragon, you've got cactus and kumquat. So unusual mix. You've got geranium, pelargonium, some red pepper in the heart, as well as a cedar leaf, resting on a base of ambergris, sandalwood, white musk, and cedar. That is Rouge. Let's check out the juice. The cap is black and very light. The label is black and gold, like the trim on the bottle. The lettering is white. Atomizer is a beast. It definitely throws a lot of juice on the tester strip. That opening, or that combination of kumquat and cactus, is almost fruity. There's almost got like a facsimile of a fruity apple. So you've got pelargonium, which is floral. It's kind of related. It's like saying geranium and red geranium. And then you've got cedar leaf. There's some red pepper. It's definitely one of those red fragrances, obviously the Rouge. So it's got kind of that same feel to it. Instead of being more warm like an amber-oriented fragrance, it's more peppery. When you smell this, you're not immediately transported back in time like you are a lot of like 80s powerhouse fragrances are really dated. That is not the case with Sirius Rouge. And that's what makes it a fantastic cool weather transitional from summer to fall and cold weather fragrance. Sirius Rouge by Givenchy. Well guys, that's pretty much a wrap on my small fall haul. 4 fragrances that are going to be perfect as transitional fragrances moving from warm weather into cold. Make sure you have these fragrances that you want to put in your cool weather rotation ready to go. If you like fragrances that have somewhat of a throwback feel to them, more barbershop than they are new modern, then you'll really like Silver Black by Azzaro. If you like fragrances that have a slice of oriental spicy fougere to them, that is like a combination of sandalwood and vanilla, then you'll really like the inexpensive original Penguin. If you don't cringe or shy away when you hear the word clone, you might be in line to enjoy Yes I Am the King by Geparlys. It's an obvious clone of Dior Sauvage, but I really like the angle that they're coming at. The presentation's great, smells really nice without that harsh, scratchy chemical feel. For a cheap fragrance, that's pretty awesome. And finally, the standard spicy winter fragrance, Sirius Rouge. Sirius Rouge is everything that a spicy red fougere should be, and I recommend everyone try it. Guys, thanks so much for stopping by and checking out today's video, and as always, thank you so much for your support on my channel. I'm Tommy with Studio Sense, and I'll see you tomorrow. Excellent fragrance. I'm absolutely serious.